Alright guys, what's going on? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. Got some more live stream footage, gameplay from last night. And actually, after getting off the stream last night and then making the video that I posted last night, I basically decided to torture myself a little bit before bedtime. And no, it's not what you think it is. Get your minds out of the gutter, guys and gals, or in the in-betweens, depending on who you are. That's all. I don't discriminate or anything like that. It's all good. But I got on Modern Warfare, and for those of you guys that want to laugh, that'll last for about 50 minutes or so, because that's how long I was. I basically could only stomach the game for about less than an hour or so. After about the first 2 or 3 games, things were just getting ridiculous, like spawn, die, move, die, that sort of thing. Shotguns, safe spaces, you know how it is, I mean... During the entirety of Modern Warfare's release, I only made it to level 70. We're about less than 3 weeks away from the release of Black Ops Cold War. And in Modern Warfare in its entirety, I mean, I was only able to make it to level 70, never even halfway to 155 once. So, yeah, so that basically sums it up about Modern Warfare. But you know what? You always got to take in the good with the bad, right? You got to take in the negatives and positives and stuff like that, right? And let's be real here. I'm actually grateful that we got Modern Warfare. You know why? Because even with its problems that it has from the alpha and the beta and all the stuff that we do not like about Black Ops Cold War, I am actually very grateful to have Black Ops Cold War come out in less than 3 weeks. I'm very, very grateful. I'll tell you why. Well, obviously, I mean, I've been playing the older Call of Duties like this one and World War II and maybe a couple of other ones during the Modern Warfare pandemic, so to speak. And they've been kind of keeping me busy in that aspect in terms of getting my Call of Duty fix. But the thing is also is that even though I didn't enjoy Modern Warfare, I find myself appreciating it because, again, Black Ops Cold War, you can move around. Even if you don't have Ninja unlocked. Now, granted, if you do have Ninja unlocked, it's even better. But the overall design, even though it does have some of Modern Warfare in its DNA, I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, if you can't see that, then I respectfully urge you guys to go back and look at gameplay footage from other YouTubers or whatnot and kind of try to figure it out for yourselves. But there is some Modern Warfare DNA in Black Ops Cold War. However, the game is a lot more rusher-friendly than Modern Warfare is. Thanks again to the design decisions of the maps being less safe spaces and less doors. And of course, the fact that we have Ninja as a perk, which is basically dead silence, even though it's not 100% silent. But dead silence for Modern Warfare isn't even 100% silent. So, but it's still pretty good whenever you do have it. But the thing is, like, it just makes me wish, like, I can guarantee you guys, and I'm not saying this because the life cycle of Modern Warfare is almost over. I am simply saying that I would have easily put in a hell of a lot more time into Modern Warfare if they had dead silence as a damn perk. I have never experienced any other first-person shooter. At least, again, I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege or a couple others like that because I don't play those kind of games. So those kind of shooters are really not my cup of tea, so to speak. So, but even with Battle Royale, which I'm not crazy about, I mean, with every single iteration of Battle Royale that I've even tried, at least you can move around and it's rusher friendly, even though it's slower and it takes a lot of times forever to find an engagement or a target or whatnot. It's at least rusher friendly. I have never played another first person shooter other than Modern Warfare 2019 that was so anti-rusher in my entire video game existence with first person shooters. So the fact that it's, that Black Ops Cold War, even with its problems, is rusher-friendly is something that I particularly am excited about. I'm about to go all freaking T. Martin and Super Duper Cooper excited about Black Ops Cold War, to be honest, when I put it into perspective. Because for those of you guys that are going to be brave enough to go and watch my past broadcasts over on Twitch, I'll leave you the link in the description below for those of you guys that are interested. When you see some of the things that happen, you can't help but laugh. I mean, I didn't even rage. I just kind of laughed it off, shrugged it off, because ultimately, I mean, just sitting down and having your sights aimed down in any random corner or any safe space really doesn't take any skill. All you have to do is listen for the footsteps, aim in that general direction, and hopefully they'll hopefully they'll appear out of there, and wham bam, you can just take them out, and you don't have to move. So that's yeah, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? But yeah, thank you, Modern Warfare. I never thought I'd say it. I never ever thought I'd say it, but thank you, Modern Warfare. You are my hero, because if Modern Warfare was more rusher friendly, if Dead Silence was a perk, and if there were a couple of decisions that would have been a little bit different than the direction that they decided to go in, Modern Warfare would have probably been better than Black Ops Cold War, to be honest. I mean, that game, I think that's another thing that pisses off a lot of fans. It's like for instance, for me, what do I like about Modern Warfare? I'll tell you. When you get a kill in that game, it feels good. I mean, the gunplay feels good, despite the fact that you got your pros and cons and all that shit. Put that aside, I mean, the gunplay is actually pretty good, and the hit detection seems to be damn consistent, if you ask me. I mean, again, I've got a limited amount of experience compared to some of you guys, which I will have to say, God bless you for those of you guys that were able to stomach the game to play it for as long as you have, which is a hell of a lot longer than me. Content creator and non-content creator alike. I just couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it. I had to have it in small doses, and it was like a torture session, man. I mean, mental torture session. It's like, hey, you gotta try to do something that you don't enjoy. Have fun. So yeah. But now that the cycle is all over, I find myself really being grateful. You know, it's kind of like life. You know, like you go through a hard time in your life, and then all of a sudden it makes you appreciate what you do have and what you take for granted. So in a sense, looking at it now at this point in time, at this very moment, thank God that Modern Warfare was the way it was, or is the way it is, because Black Ops Cold War would have been a major step back, and just for the game being more rusher friendly is a step forward. So when you look at it that way, I really can't help but be thankful. I mean, do you guys feel the same way? Do you guys feel different? Are you guys still pissed about Modern Warfare, or are you one of those guys that can't understand what the fuss is about and why people hate Modern Warfare or whatnot? I know Difo himself considers Modern Warfare a top 3 COD, but at the same time, I think he will also say that when he played it on console, it was absolutely a horrible experience, but then when he played it on PC, it was much better. So, I mean, I can't really have my own two say in that, because I don't play on PC, and I don't even think my PC that I do have is good enough to even play that game, or if it is, I definitely can't stream or play it. But again, I'm a mouse and keyboard noob. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Thank you very much, Modern Warfare, for being terrible, because Black Ops Cold War is going to be that much better because of it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. This is Jack, signing off.